Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Vijay. I'm the Director of Product Management for the Zoho project management suite of apps in Zoho. So I had all these four product apps is projects, sprints, bug tracking, and projects plus. I take all the operations of all these four apps. So it started with Zoho projects, which takes care of the traditional project management cases where right? So it starts with your Gantt, then you have a set of tasks, you have a work breakdown structure. It deals with your time tracking, then comprehensive reporting. So that's pretty much deals with Zoho projects. Then there is agile way of getting things done, uh, where iterative and incremental development is demanding. So that's been achieved using Zoho Sprints, the second app. You have a defect tracking or the issue management, the ticket management software that's been handled using Zoho Bug Tracker. And the latest of addition in our project management suite is Zoho Projects Plus, where you can manage hybrid way of your project management. That's combination of your traditional project management along with agile development. So I start with couple of interesting use cases for Zoho projects from construction industry. So there are large construction firm. So they started with basic tracking tasks. Then they went on to handle once a lookout for the document management to track their documents, the building requirements or the building plan. They use our comprehensive document management solution. Then they went on for a hybrid mode of using a different team wants to use agile methodology. They are using Zoho sprints. That's pretty much the construction project management, right? So construction use case. In IT services, in within Zoho projects, they started using it your issue management, the incident tracking with risk management involved. And so they're pretty much used almost for the 5 years, right? So last 5 years. The third industry is your development, right? So they used Zoho Sprints application for their agile development, where they started developing and they used the iterative way of development using our Zoho Sprints. Here is one interesting story, right? Case study where Nuvia Smiles, they're using projects, combination of projects, sprints for last 4 years, right? So they are a dental implant in all over US. They started using projects and they have different teams, started using projects and a combination of sprints. And the information which you're seeing is that's the benefit they got out of it with savings of 7K and 15K saved per opening and 12 last months per month saved per employee. That's a interesting case study and the benefit they got out of using projects and combination of with sprints. Right, the project management, the word and the work management are synonymously used. So regardless of the size of the work, right, the work can be repetitive, work can be creative, it can be simple or complex, it may involve small teams or large teams, right? So irrespective of the size, you have to plan things, plan the work, you have to collaborate and track, right? So that's collaborative work management for you. So in the past era, right, where the industries were there, this is how it worked, right? So they were managing workers. You have a work, you need to give a equipment, a tool to manage the work, right? Coming back to software era, so the work becomes the project, the worker becomes the people, and it's the tools and equipments put together becomes the process and gets managed using a software app. So that's where the plan, track, collaborate evolves, right? As the evolution began, right? So there are so many different ways of managing things. Started from the Gantt charts introduced by Henry Gantt. Then there is a Kanban way of looking at things. So it's a board and card. So it's been first used in Toyota in as for just-in-time manufacturing. Then there are few other technologies, terminologies evolved. It's the PERT and CPM, the critical path method, where you, as the project progresses, you want to monitor, track things, where it goes. The criticality which can be measured using the CPM. Then the issue management, the risk management. So pretty much, right? So whenever your project is running, whether it is on risk or where my budget is short, so those kind of risks, any project for that matter, right? So whether my project is as risk or it is within the budget, or there are any what is the risk mitigation plan, that's comes under risk management. Then in the last couple of decades, the new way of project management methodology evolved. That's the Scrum and the Agile, and so it pretty much evolves around the iterative way of development with incremental developments. So as a team, you move, strategize, and get things done on the go, right? So that's the Agile project management way of getting things done. The traditional project management, what we term is these are the things, right? So you have the critical path, you have the Gantt chart, you have earn value management with strategic planning and portfolio management. The solution which we have offer is Zoho projects, right? It pretty much deals with all these. Then the bug tracking, so it deals with your issue management, the incident management, defect tracking, whatever you call, right? So it comes with your service level agreements, risk management with time tracking, and then with release management. So we have a solution that's Zoho bug tracker. Then the agile way of getting things done, the Scrum way or the Kanban way, it allows you for the incremental or iterative development. So you have an analytics and reports, and we have a solution that's an offering. Our offering is Zoho Sprints. So as the project management transformed over the years, right? So the teams were remote, they were working hybrid, so they want to track things on the go, right? So all these apps which I've showed, the project sprints and bug tracker, as a mobile app as well, you can track things on the go as well, right? So that's the transformation of project management over the years. So now coming back to the project management journey, so it's almost there for last 2 decades. 2006 we launched Zoho projects. 2011 we launched Zoho bug tracker, so it deals with the issue management bug tracking. In 2017, the agile way of getting things done, that's Zoho sprints, and the latest being this hybrid way of getting things done. We call it as data driven project management, which it has an intelligence where a combination of your project, the traditional way and the agile way gets combined, so you can make data driven decisions using the project space offering. So if you see at this is a set of a bunch of products we have released over the years. The circled ones are the project management apps since 2006, the latest being Projects Plus in 2025, right? So projects handles all these. With task management, you can granularly make into a subtasks, you have milestones. So it pretty much start with a simple task management to a robust enterprise-based solution. So you have customization, extension capabilities. You can have your users. As you set up the plan, right, you have to track things on the go using our timesheet. Then you have a reports, portfolio dashboard, and the workload report, whether the resource or the user is over allocated or optimal allocated or under allocated. So you can track things using our workload report. So the key tenets which the project management offering of Zoho projects, right? So these are the key tenets. That's plan, track, and collaborate. That's the key one. You set up your task with your work breakdown structure. You have a set of tasks somewhere, so you can import. So you set up the entire plan, who does what. That's your planning part. Then on the tracking side, so whether the team does the real work on time or overdue, you track using our comprehensive reports, right? Then on the collaboration part, as I said, you need to collaborate with your team, right? So as far as collaboration, we have forums, chat, meeting. It's part of projects, right? So you have a calendar as well. So these are the things using which you can collaborate with your team. The next three tenets are automate, extend, and integrate, right? So you start small with simple use cases. Then if you want someone update and you want to do a change to another system, right? So you have to automate things. So if some task is closed here, I want to update my CRM application. If a task is closed, I want to send a mail to my relevant stakeholders or my client. So that's where the automation comes in handy. You have custom functions, you have webhooks, uh, you have layout rules. This user has to see these many fields, and other user, whoever logs in, can see these are the fields. So you can define the set of fields using rules that comes as under the layout rules. You have blueprints. So it is a comprehensive structural way of getting things done. Then on the extend part, we have a marketplace. So where you can build your own extensions and install on top of projects, right? And we have API and on as well as a comprehensive API as well as the sync mechanism. As far as integration, so there are these many integrations. We have done so many integrations with Zoho as well as third-party softwares, starting from CRM, Desk, ServiceNow, Power BI, and other applications. Remaining two is all these apps, as I said, comes with the mobile app, and the latest being addition being the Zia, the AI. It's our proprietary Zia AI stuff. In project management, AI plays a critical role there. So you pass on the comments on a task or any entity for that matter. You need a translate. Zia helps it. Then you want to search natural language parsing, which we call NLP. That's natural language parsing. So get me the tasks assigned to Monica. Just you type in, Zia understands it, fetches the tasks for that user Monica. So that's pretty much our Zia stuff. All the project management applications, backtracking, as well as sprints revolves around the key tenets. So as we evolve, right? So this is where we stand as on today. So projects being used across so many industries, and that's the numbers on screen being tracked and managed. So the interesting thing is 2 million workflows runs today, right? So that means the industry cases are so humongous, and it's from, let it be from pharma industry or a healthcare or from a construction, the use cases are so wide, and uh, the workflows numbers reveals that. So the collaboration part, so look at the number of comments. So everyone has collaboration, they on the go as well. What I mean, the collaboration even more makes sense is that you have a team sitting at the office on the field, right, in the construction site. So they go to the site, take a picture using the project's mobile app, say this is a problem, this is a defect, and post a comment. That's the power of collaboration I'm talking about. So using a mobile app as well as a web app, the collaboration and the data goes back and forth. So it enhances collaboration as well, right? So the second application which you are talking is bug tracking. So it's there as part of Zoho projects suite since 2011. So it handles all these issue tracking or the defect tracking, deals about the SLA. So SLA has some 4 levels of escalation. If you're not achieving the desired work within 4 hours or few hours, another 24 hours, it's not getting done, right? That's SLA for you. Then it integrates with our repository management. Zodesk sits on it, so they track the ticket. And if it is a bug in the product, they integrate with your bug tracking where the real team does the work, right? So you have a mobile app as well. So bug tracking also revolves around these key tenets, right? So the or whatever the integrations that works in Zoho projects, whatever the automation we support in projects is being supported in Zoho bug tracker as well. The third being the Zoho sprints. So it deals with iterative way of getting things done, right? So there is a different approach in projects. Here it's incremental, right? So you start with your product backlog, a set of tasks or items. Then you define a sprint time box to next 2 weeks or 4 weeks and push it out. These are the tasks to be done in next 2 weeks. That's that kind of time box and iterative development gets done using Zoho sprints. It deals about the velocity chart, burn down chart. It automates and integrates with Jenkins and CI/CD. So this is the sprints thing. So it revolves around all these key tenets as well. So as we emerge the fourth application, right? So there is a need for combination of both. That's where the term called hybrid project management evolved. So that's our latest offering. That's Projects Plus. So where the planning happens in projects and the real execution happens in sprints. That's our latest offering. So that's Projects Plus for you. It's a unified platform with data intelligence. The data intelligence, what I mean is it combines 4 apps. That's projects, sprints, analytics, and work drive. So the data from projects and sprints gets added to a common work drive, and you have AI and ML as part of Projects Plus as well. Projects. been there, right? Almost 2 decades. It's been used across so many industries. And last year, there's a huge surge in these three industries. 42% of the construction industry, the usage has increased using Zoho projects. Manufacturing 35%, BFSI 16%. So the need, right, as projects been used, the need for each project, each of the industries were different, right? So if you take case of logistics, you need order, you want to track orders, you want to track inventory kind of. If you take case of construction, then you want to hand track materials, procurement, right? So those are the case I'm talking about. The need for each industry were different. So his title runs, so is a general German industrial designer. So he designed this 606 shelving system in 1960. Even today it's relevant. So the shelving system, right? So you can configure this shelf in as much as 606 ways. So you start small, you configure it, you add to it, and so you can make your handy shelf, right? So that's the idea, right? So with so many industry cases, and we're evolving here, we are transforming the projects app to a platform, and I'm happy to introduce today that projects platform, right? So it is crafted for all the industries. What does it, the platform is offering that with custom modules, custom reports, custom dashboard, right? So this is the one. So you have already a default set of tabs. The next is a custom module. You can have, we ourselves provide a defined or predefined custom module, or you can also start from the scratch. So that's quality management, change management. So respective industries, right? So risk management, uh, RFI. So you name it. So you have the custom modules. So on the next is, that's it. You start small, you add to it, then you build an industry-based solution with combination of the default tabs, default tab modules as well as custom modules. You build your. That's what the projects platform is going to offer your projects your way. So how once you start using the platform, this is how it will look like. So we look at these 4 industry specific projects which I've taken as an example. We look at the tabs, right? So most of them is relevant to the specific industry. So none of the projects have the same set of tabs. That means the tabs, I mean, those are the modules I'm talking about. So I am taking a construction project right now. So this is how the tasks is renamed as jobs. You have procurement tab, you have inventory tab, right? So you have orders, right? So that's one of the tabs for a construction project. So you have jobs, you have inventory. So this is specific to a construction project. That's what I mean the depth of platform. So it's a combination of your default projects tabs along with custom modules. What's there coming up in AI as well. So projects has a contextual AI using Zia. So these are the something you can do with NLP. As I said, you have project summarization. You type in a project, it gives you a project summary using a Zia. You can identify duplicate tasks. You can translate, and this is our key thing, right? So AI plus BI, that's artificial intelligence with plus visual intelligence give you a contextual intelligence. So anything with context makes sense. Yeah. So I take up the next slide with what's the new thing that's coming as part of projects. So it's you create projects. So Raju would have mentioned this in his keynote today. So that's creating a project using the BRD, right? So you have a BRD with you, code it, right? Zia understand the BRD document. Then it recognizes which industry the project is going to set up. So we have already a template gallery of projects, right? So it picks up the template. So it is for a logistic. The BRD is for a project. So it takes a logistic template by default. Then it suggests you the relevant tabs for a logistics project, and you can decide on this. What are the tabs to be added and what are the teams to be added? Then upon clicking, so the project is set. That's the power of Zia and the AI stuff. The key benefit, right, by moving to the projects platform with comprehensive projects platform with AI, with so much of integration, extension capabilities, and easy to implement, right? So that's the technology part. On the business impact, we have customization, it takes smaller time, and quick change management capabilities. So that's the impact for you. Thank you.